Yo, my Bleep squad, what's good? It's your boy, the meme god, Mr. Bleep. And I just got back from seeing the brand new movie, Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, and it's written, produced, directed by the legendary Ryan Coogler. Now, this man is on his way to becoming one of the best filmmakers in the game. I mean, you already know him from the Black Panther and Creed movies, and now he just delivered another banger and absolute masterpiece of a movie. Now, I gotta be honest, on Bleep, I was never a big Michael B. Jordan fan like that, but you gotta give respect where respect is due, no cap. This man just delivered a masterclass in acting that will resonate for generations, and that's on Bleep. Personally, my overall score for this movie is a solid 8.5. As per the usual, Mr. Coogler delivered us with stunning visuals and signature sound design that really stands out when you hear this in the theater. Now, for this part of the video, we gonna get into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, but go do that right now, and then you can go ahead and come back to this video.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Alright, so in this movie, Michael B. Jordan plays twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, arriving back home in 1930s Mississippi with a lot of dirty money and some big dreams. So their main goal is to open a rocking juke joint where the community can cut loose and forget their troubles, right? Now, with some help from their little cousin Sam, who's a blues guitarist, they stock up on bootleg liquor and start transforming an old mill into the hottest club around. Now, opening night at the juke joint kicks off strong. The music's jumping, drinks are flowing, and the whole town got turned up. But just as the good vibes hit their peak, some uninvited guests show up after sundown. And let's not forget, this is 1930s Jim Crow era. A trio of pale strangers who turn out to be vampires crash the party looking for trouble. One of them is a centuries-old vampire named Remick. He's drawn to the club by the power of Sammy's music. So Mary, who happens to be Stack's old shorty, unknowingly lets one of these bloodsuckers get too close. So in a moment of bad judgment, Mary steps outside to talk to them, but she gets bit and becomes a vampire herself. Big surprise. Now, once turned, Mary gets Stack into a private room, seduces him, and sinks her teeth into his neck. Now, this twist really hits hard, and it feels like a stab in the back. Smoke literally watches his twin become an op right before his eyes. Chaos erupts in the juke joint as the vampires attack and people scramble for their lives. Now, Smoke gets together with the remaining survivors, including Sammy and a couple other dudes, to fight back. It's a brutal free-for-all. Wooden stakes, guarded brews, gunshots versus fangs, and supernatural strength. The night that started as a dream quickly became a bloody nightmare. Now, the final showdown in this movie is even more intense. The human crew manages to slay several vampires, but not everyone makes it out. Now, Smoke's love interest in the movie, Annie, gets bitten during the fight, and he's forced to put her down himself before she turns. And that's a devastating moment that leaves him shook. With all this carnage going on, Pearline, that little shorty that got with Sammy, Preacher Boy Sammy, who plays the guitar, she also falls victim to the vampires. By the end of it, Smoke and Sammy are the only ones left, and they gotta fight Remick and all the vampires. Sammy even uses his guitar as a weapon, smashing it over Remick's head. And Smoke drives a wooden stake right through his heart, finally taking the bloodsucker out. Then dawn breaks, sending the surviving vampires, including Stack and Mary, scurrying into the shadows. So we thought. But just when it seems it's over, a hate-fueled KKK mob arrives, armed and looking to torch the place. Exhausted but unbroken, Smoke refuses to run because he's still got some fight left in him. So he makes a last stand with a chopper and a sniper that we know that he was saving for the ending of this movie right here. And he takes out all the KKK members. But unfortunately for my boy Smoke, victory comes at a cost. He's mortally wounded in the fight, and with his last breaths, he sees a comforting vision of Annie and their little girl, and dies a hero on the juke joint floor, having saved the day. Now, decades later, we find old man Sammy in 1990s Chicago. He's lived a full life and became a renowned blues musician, carrying on the legacy of that fateful night through his music. Now, on one of them nights, Sammy gets an unexpected visit from Stack and Mary, and they haven't aged a day. Of course, the pair survived the chaos and have been living as vampires all these years, immortal and unchanged. Stack explains that Smoke spared him on that night long ago on the condition that Stack let Sammy go free to live his life. Now, Stack and Mary offer Sammy a chance at immortality. To turn him into a vampire, so he can join them forever. It's a tempting offer, but Sammy stays true to himself. He politely declines the promise of eternal life, choosing to remain human and cherish the life he built. It's a cool ending for Sammy, old and mortal. He picks up his guitar to play one more blues joint, content with his choices as Stack and Mary slip away into the night. Yo, listen. I know this movie falls in the horror category, and there's definitely some graphic scenes. However, there's no denying that this was absolutely a beautiful and gorgeous movie. Your own Bleep, Michael B. Jordan's performance was immaculate, and the CGI for the twins was just as impressive. The man gets totally immersed into the two characters. And by the time you get to the end of the movie, you're already convinced that this man actually has a twin brother. On top of making one of the best vampire movies hands down, Ryan Coogler walked off with one of the best deals ever with Warner Brothers Studio. As of this moment right now, the film has already grossed $161,626,427 million worldwide, and that's off a $90 million budget. And to top it off, after 25 years, the rights to the movie go back to Ryan Coogler. So by then, he will be pocketing royalties from streaming services, TV broadcasts, and merchandising. All that is revenue that would normally go to the studio for the rest of his life. And that's a major win for my mans right there on Bleep. So finally, this movie just made me have to change my top 5 vampire movies of all time, which now looks a little something like this. Number 1 is, of course, the first Blade movie. There's no knocking that one now. Number 2 is From Dusk Till Dawn. Number 3, Sinners. Number 4 is Lost Boys. And number 5, of course, is Twilight. Psych! Yeah, I know y'all be laughing at me with that one. Nah, but on the real though, my number 5 is actually Interview with a Vampire. Alright, my Bleep Squad, what did y'all think about the movie? Let me know in the comments below. And drop your top 5 vampire movies while you're at it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss any notifications. It's your boy, Mr. Bleep, and I'll catch you on the next one. What the bleep?